Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another day of Elite Esports. It is Tuesday, which means it is going to be our Splatoon 3 team coming in today to face off against the Liberty High School Lions in a best of 5. Splatoon team had a rough one last week, losing to Orange Lutheran from Orange County by a score of 3-1, and looking to bounce back today with a strong game against Liberty High School Lions. As always, is our starting lineup. We have our amazing co-captains, Worm and Equinox, leading the charge, and right behind them will be Ruby Runes and Kerbo. So Worm, Equinox, Ruby Runes, and Kerbo are the starting lineup for today as they look to take down the Liberty Lions and bounce back and improve to a 3-1 record on the season. We'll cut away to the first game, which will, of course, be Turf War. Once the other team is ready, they are hosting today, so they are technically the home team. So we are in their lobby as we speak. Looks like the game mode is going to be, or the map, I should say, will be Hagglefish Market. Of course, the game mode is going to be Turf War to start out. And we are starting off with game number 1 in this best of 5. It's going to be Turf War on Hagglefish Market to start out. The Liberty Lions will be in neon green, with your Elite Academic Academy Eagles being in this lightish purple color to start out round 1. Eagles will be in this pink purple color here. Worm obviously starting out with the splat lane, covering up the base with the minigun there, making sure that every point counts, because it does in a game such as Turf War. Checking in on Kerbo, seems to be near the front lines, waiting to strike with the decavitator, but waiting out the storm. Does not have an opening and will just have to retreat back. Players on Liberty making some movement here. Ruby Runes finds Mr. Cookie in the back and drops down the attack cooler. Ox comes out with the killer whale. Doesn't find anyone there. Ruins drops the shield. Now the Eagles will have the opportunity to push through this middle part. Maybe take some space here. Eagles expertly using that shield just to move forward and get some space. Liberty hasn't really been able to push past the Equinox. Now looking for the opportunity to get the Slosher. They find Mr. Cookie again, but Slosher has not been dealt with. Worm comes in and follows up during the next elimination there. Nox getting a little bit aggressive, throws the shield down, finds Komasa really close to the enemy spawn, but the Ultra Stamp coming out will have to force Nox to move away. The lead player dives onto Nox, and she loses the duel there. And Eagles slowly getting pushed back by a few of the ultimates, but Ruby Ruins has his shield out. We'll see if he uses it before, but he is unable to get away from the triple splashdown. Does pop the shield. It might delay the push from the Lions a little bit more, but it looks like the Eagles are maintaining really good control over this middle section of the map. Oftentimes, the turf war control of that middle section, it means everything needs control for it, but the area in front and behind you. Nox jumps out of Carry's position. All the Eagles kind of clumped up in a little bit of vulnerable area. One grenade could get them all. Luckily, they get out of there, spread out. Nox goes a little bit too far into the spawn. Does get killed, but Kerbo and Ruby Ruins there are there to force the trades. Finds himself getting lit up. He swims out of there. Now looking for the opportunity to slice and dice with that decapitator. He's going all the way up to the ramp to try to flank. It looks like he's been seen out by Lions, and the deep flank operation doesn't yield anything. That time he does go back in and finds Sazatanos, but gets taken down by the Nautilus on top of that gazebo there. 13 seconds, and the kills have come through for the Lions. And it looks like that might have been able to flip the map as it is winding down here, and the Eagles don't have an extra ultimate to swing back that momentum. So Lions take game one off of some late game picks and a good push at the end, and we will return with game number 2 being Rainmaker. We are back with game number 2. It is going to be Rainmaker. Eagles trying to bounce back on Rainmaker on E-Tail Alley once again. Lions will be in orange. The Eagles will be in blue to start out this one. So, Eagles in blue, it'll be a Rainmaker on E-Tail Alley once again. Bruins looks to get that bubble pop early with the NZ. Equinox going over to a Wellstring. You've seen her use a lot of sniper-type weapons, but not necessarily the Wellstring before. Turbo has the inkjet out, looking to get a couple picks, but so far hasn't been able to find anything. Worm finds Mr. Cookie at the bottom of the stage. That could be the opening Eagles need to get some momentum in this one. Turbo dancing around, looking for an opportunity to charge in with the decav, but he is found right there by Komisan with the Hydra Splatling. Worm already in the back, trying to flank. She has Komisan turned around. They are unaware, but they do get traded out by John. Good flank, though, by Worm. Now, Turbo does have the Rainmaker. They're going to be looking to go through a checkpoint, and just barely breaking through is Turbo, pushing the Eagles just one checkpoint away from already getting a knockout in this round 2. A good coordinated push by Elite right there to secure that checkpoint. Now Turbo looking to go in a little bit more aggressively. Does get taken down by Mr. Cookie, but the trades coming out for the Eagles have been mostly in their favor. Need 2 people there. The Rainmaker does reset, so the Eagles need to get back, pop that bubble, and make another push. Now Nox with the Rainmaker. She can be very dangerous with this, but she has to back up because the Booyah Bomb has been thrown onto the center of the stage. It does catch 2. Tries to understand with the Rainmaker. Now looking for some other opportunities to use this arcane weapon. It's not a particularly easy one to use. Worm goes through the back, tries to trade. Nox is trying to hold people back with the explosive of the Rainmaker. But so far, hasn't been able to have an opportunity to actually push it too far forward here. Sometimes John near the bottom of the stage, just kind of baiting him into the bomb that the Rainmaker throws out. They try to get a pass through the narrow tunnel at the very end of the map. Triple splashdown comes out, and it looks like Worm might take the Rainmaker, but she decides not to. Pops the bubble, but it's a little bit too late. Komisan is there with the Hydra Splatling. They do seem to be the most consistent performer on the Lions up to this point. Nox finds Sazazantos in the back. That was hard to say. Also finds both Komisan and John with the Wellstring. Despite not using it in one of these matches before, Nox looks very, very comfortable out there using that bow and arrow to great effect. Just pinning down some of the Lions with every single shot. Ultra Stamp comes out, Nox barely gets away. Ultra Stamp was decided to not be used by the other Wellstring player, possibly just to secure 1 kill with the alternate method of throwing it. Lions have some of the Eagles push back. Worm finds 1 near the bottom. Now swimming around, maybe looking for an opportunity to go in and grab the Rainmaker, which she does. Don't know if that was correct the plan, but now trying to fire it off. She does trade with Komisan. That might be a trade the Eagles might like here, but they need more than just trades if they want to push it all the way to the end. This is a difficult and narrow map to complete. Turbo pops Inkjet, looking for this dually player near the bottom. He finds Mr. Cookie, now trying to find one more person in the spawn before things go down. Nox has the Rainmaker over on the right side, now looking for that opening there. Finds 1 with the Rainmaker. Now perhaps has the opportunity to push it all the way. Booyah Bomb comes out. Nox is going to have to get away from that. She does. Worm still wreaking havoc in the spawn of the Lions, but now needs to back out as well. Just a minute left. The Eagles still have 40 meters to push the Rainmaker towards the end. Now Worm looking for an opportunity to possibly pop the shield and protect that checkpoint. Now the checkpoint is protected. Nox looking to go in, but gets taken down immediately by the Ultra Stamp coming right onto her head. Now 30 seconds left, only 20 meters remaining, with Eagles being really good at keeping it far enough away from the Lions. It's the first time they've grabbed the Rainmaker in quite some time. Triple splashdown coming out. It finds Kerbo. Mr. Cookie trades with Ruby Runes. Trades coming out, and Rainmaker was dropped. We're going to try to swipe it away as to not trigger overtime. Worm finds one, finds two with the roller, just falling right into it. That is going to be the end of the round. Eagles are going to be able to bounce back and even up the score and keep that Rainmaker streak alive. That was now 4 straight wins on the Rainmaker game mode for the Eagles. It is their forte. As we move into game number 3, which will be Splat Zones. Eagles even up the score 1-1. We will return with game number 3 shortly. We are back with game number 3. Liberty will once again be in orange. The Eagles will be in purple this time, not blue. So we will get that changed as we start round number 3, which will be Splat Zones. This season, Eagles typically have not done on Splat, so it's going to be looking to change that today as Worm finds John once again with the roller. Started to pop off with the roller a lot more in that last one. Now goes in aggressively, finds Mr. Cookie. Gets taken down by Kuma-san. Not much you could do there. There wasn't a lot of cover. But Kuma-san is exploded by one of those ink nades thrown out by one of the Eagles players. Turbo gets on top of this platform here. Now looking around. Ultra Stamp comes out, but it is used really early once again. Turbo tries to get away from that auto bomb. Luckily he does, but is unable to force a trade onto Mr. Cookie. Triple splashdown comes out, and it does force a control loss, but not before the Eagles get quite a bit of progress after that opening fight. A couple players super jump in. Ruby Runes comes in, has the Crab Tank, activates it. Now has to get away from the Booyah Bomb. Not much you can do there. Booyah Bomb trades with the Crab Tank. Mr. Cookie dives in, finds Ruby Runes, and gets away rather quickly. Turbo swimming around the point, looking for more. Worm finds one. Now both players looking at Mr. Cookie. Gets a triple splashdown off, but does not regain control of the point. Between Turbo and that Cookie Monster himself manages to slip away once again, dancing all around at the point with Ghoulies. Does finally go down. Now Worm on the point with the roller. Trying to look for a short-range kill or anyone. Unfortunately, close enough to get whacked by the big paint roller. Eagles retake control of point. Now Progress coming back up again, but that point's going to flip right back once the Booyah Bomb goes down. Double Sand comes in. Mr. Cookie goes in to the back as well and gets splatted by Worm, who finds a third person to whack with that roller. Worm running circles around the other team with the roller. Now it's going with the pencil weapon suite. Haven't really seen that before in the game, but again, really strong with the long-range weapons. Able to pester one person to get knocked down there. Ruby Ruins goes in a little bit more aggressively. Now taking a more aggressive position, finds Omasan, and that is going to be it. The Eagles make a very strong first push and a strong defense and a quick victory on the Splat Zones map. Forces the game to be at match point with the Eagles up 2-1. A very impressive Splat Zones run for the Eagles. It was much needed. It has been a mode they have struggled with for some time this season, but good to see them bounce back and take a 2-1 lead. We'll be right back with game number 4. Hopefully the Eagles can close this out and improve to 3-1 on the season. We are back with game number 4. It will be tower control. Eagles looking to close out the match. They will be in orange this time. So we're going to swap things up. Eagles will be in orange with the Liberty Lions being in blue for round number 4. Will be tower control. So both teams will play a little bit of a tug of war to try to take control of the tower in the middle and push it into their opponent's base. So once again, Eagles in orange. Worm already looking at Mr. Cookie, trying to swipe at him. One of those swipes hits, Mr. Cookie goes down, and now Worm already looking to go through the back line. Dives on top of the tower, but jumps right on top of a splat bomb thrown out by Koma-san. Not too much of an issue, though. Nox going with the Super Scope, has the Booyah Bomb. Doesn't really have much of a place to put it other than the enemy team spawn. We'll see if it finds anyone. Luckily, triple splashdown was blocked out by that shield, and now the Eagles already have a strong foothold past the second checkpoint. Just 30 meters remain. They may be able to secure this round quickly. Players from Liberty dive onto the point and stifle the progress just for now. Nox and Turbo get out of there. And now they are, slowly moving back towards the point. Turbo actually is the one using the Super Scope, trying to dance around, strafe around the tower, looking for that opportunity to pop one of the Lions. Here, a quick KO. Does have the Booyah Bomb out, but doesn't need to use it. The rest of the Eagles clean up, and instead looks to just throw it right on top of the spawn of Lions. And he manages to find two. I should say Worm managed to find two with the roller. But no further progress despite reaching the tower for just some time here. Runes swiping around on top of this cylinder here. Doesn't really have a lot of cover. Trying to pester Mr. Cookies, force him away. Make sure he doesn't dance around the tower with those dualies and become dangerous. Just 18 meters remaining. The Eagles have reached another checkpoint. Mr. Cookie goes down, and it's a wipeout. It's going to be very tough. Just 12 meters remaining for the Eagles as the rest of them begin to push up into the spawn of the Lions. One person is on the tower, and another wipeout. Lions were not able to find anyone with that, with just 2 meters remaining. The Eagles push it all the way, forcing another knockout and winning the third game that they need to win the match here. So, after a late round 1 comeback where the Lions managed to steal game 1, Eagles bounce right back with three very disciplined and dominant wins to secure the series by a score of 3-1. Your final today is a score of Liberty High 1, Eagles 3. The Splatoon team improves to 3-1 on the season, still maintaining their position in the top 10 teams in the region during the Play Versus League. We'll return next Tuesday with some more Splatoon gameplay to see if the Eagles can continue their run of success. Tomorrow, we will return at 4 p.m. with Varsity Super Smash Bros. Gameplay. As always, be elite.